This video presents a tense and serious legal hearing involving Christopher Vincent White, who is facing a felony assault charge connected to domestic violence and a prior conviction. From the very beginning, the atmosphere is firm and focused, highlighting the gravity of the situation and the consequences tied to the defendant's actions. As the proceedings unfold, the defendant chooses to enter a no-contest plea and requests an opportunity for deferred adjudication, showing an attempt to avoid a final conviction while still being held accountable. Throughout the hearing, the judge takes a strict and uncompromising approach, making it clear that the safety of the victim is the top priority. One of the most critical moments comes when a limited contact condition is rejected and replaced with a complete no-contact order, reinforcing a zero-tolerance stance on any form of interaction. The defendant is carefully questioned to ensure he fully understands the seriousness of the conditions being imposed and the impact of his past behavior. In addition to the legal decision, several strict requirements are enforced, including financial penalties, mandatory intervention programs, community service, and behavioral evaluations. These conditions are designed not only as punishment but also as a structured path toward rehabilitation and responsibility. The defendant is also warned that any violation of these terms could lead to severe consequences, including a lengthy prison sentence. Overall, the video highlights a strong emphasis on accountability, victim protection, and the importance of strict compliance with imposed conditions, making it clear that any further mistakes could result in life-changing consequences.
2025 CR 003287, State versus Christopher Vincent White. Can I have parties announce?
Defendant for the state of Texas.
Doug Campbell for Mr. White.
And are you Mr. White?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the application for deferred adjudication or community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. White, did you review the true bill?
No, Your Honor. We will waive the repeat offender enhancement.
Any objection?
No objection.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're charged with assault family household member with a previous conviction as a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Judge.
Sir, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering into this plea, you could be deported,
Yes.
not allowed re-entry or naturalization?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no harmful or injurious contact with Lenia, L-E-N-E-A, Laralde, L-A-R-R-A-L-D-E. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Judge. With
State-
one change,
Yes.
believe Ms. Rinaldi now goes by Ms. Bland.
I'm sorry, the last name?
Last name Bland,
B-L-A-N-D?
B-A-L-A-N-D. B-L-A-N-D, yes.
All right. State, is that the plea?
That is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Judge.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be 100 hours community service restitution, the BIPP, cap evaluation, and follow all recommendations. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, state offers into evidence, State Exhibit 1 with all attachments.
No objection.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. So, with regards to this plea bargain, I don't see why I should follow the no harmful or injurious contact. Why shouldn't it just be no contact?
I can address that.
Yes.
Mr. White and Ms. Bland, who's sitting here in the front row, have had a conversation while Mr. White was in prison for the previous family violence charge.
And the previous family violence charge, was that against her?
No.
I couldn't, no.
Okay.
But I think that change of heart has led them to understand that this is not the path that they both want to go down. They are going to raise a couple of children together, and if there's a no contact order, that's going to be impossible.
What, are these his biological children?
They are not. They're children that she has adopted. Her
Wait, let's slow a bit. So she's adopted some children. I'm reading this police report that she had been living in a hotel from hotel with these adopted children.
Don't believe they were there.
They were not adopted at that point.
Well, that's true.
So she didn't have any children with her at that point.
She may have, Judge. I think the difference, though, is that having served his time, Mr. White and Ms. Bland are asking the court to allow them to have no harmful or injurious contact. He is on probation still for the other case.
Parole.
Parole, excuse me.
Yeah, I don't think this is a good. I'm not going to follow the no harmful or injurious contact.
Can I talk to my client briefly?
Sure.
Judge, in talking with my client and with Ms. Bland, they are okay with no contact.
All right. Because here's the thing, you have to internalize what you did. You have someone who's living in hotel from hotel. They're telling you, no, according to the police report, she's telling you, you can't stay with me. And I'm making an assumption that she didn't want you to stay with her because you were not pulling your weight, because she's living in a hotel. And then you come over anyway with your clothes, and then you hit her in the face with a Nike sandal. That's what the police report says. And she had visible redness. So it appears to the court you haven't learned anything from being in prison beforehand or being on probation beforehand with the
Judge,
previous assault.
this was before he went.
This was previously before I've been incarcerated. I've been incarcerated for 1.5 years since then.
I don't think your relationship with her would be a good one. and I don't think you will be successful on probation with that relationship. And I don't
In conclusion, this case leaves a strong and lasting impression about accountability and the importance of making better choices. The defendant has been given a second chance, but it comes with strict conditions that must be followed without exception. Every rule is designed to protect others and ensure that past mistakes are not repeated. It's made clear that this opportunity is not a free pass, but a serious responsibility. Moving forward, everything depends on the defendant's actions and commitment to change. If he follows the conditions carefully, he has a chance to rebuild his life and avoid harsher consequences. However, any violation could quickly turn this opportunity into a much more serious outcome. Overall, the situation highlights how critical it is to take responsibility, respect boundaries, and make decisions that lead to a safer and more stable future.